spacing.
That's the one I was telling you that cracked on me after I failed it.
Right where the wire hanger is.
Yeah, right across it. Now the one come out way later, but the first one come after right when I pulled it out.
Oh yeah.
And
Yeah.
then I did the blue and the background, the heart itself, it had full fuse fast, and then I did a contour tour on top.
Okay, so that's a hanger that you made yourself.
Yep.
Twisting wire, squeezing it together.
Yep.
You've got a fat part of the two wires there. That's holding a lot more heat than what the single strand is.
Okay.
So that you had a temp.
But don't cross them, just come across.
Give some, look at the cracks on the back of that. You know, it'll make sense what I just said then, hopefully. You know, but when you have, pass it around, let everybody see. Yeah. So that when you have a thicker area, you know, with the
Right.
metal like that, it's gonna hold heat a lot longer, so that it gets out to the end, and it's trying to cool off at different
Right.
rates. You're causing a thermal shock on it.
That makes sense.
Yeah, so, yeah, because we had one person made really, really fancy hangers, all these scrolls and everything, and it was cracking, you know, when she brought it in. I go, yeah, it's because you're holding all that heat in one area.
Yeah.
This is trying to get down to room temp, and that's still hotter, you know, but. Was that high temp wire?
Yep.
Yeah.
Okay.
I noticed it discolor, it kind of gets a burnt look on it, the wire itself. It ain't as shiny as it when it first went in, but of course you're burning it.
Yeah, but it doesn't get brittle, it doesn't flake or any of that stuff, you know. I mean, you can try copper wire, it's gonna discolor a little bit too, look
Yeah.
like old copper.
Could you retin that after it comes out of the kiln if you wanted the shine?
You'd have a hard time trying to solder to it, because it's a different wire.
I see.
You know, yeah, it's not a copper wire, pre-tin wire, any of that stuff. You know, those wires can get used, but it's going to be the type of thing too that it loses the tensile strength. They get weak, and they become very soft, pliable, flexible, and they can break.
So
Does
when,
that
when
sign
you
yourself
fire
down
things,
as
do
a
they
deputy?
have to be the same size?
No, you can do multiple
So
sizes.
if you have something little and you have something slumping, will the little one then go too long and be more like tack if you wanted it?
Well, you can't slump and
fused.
tack at the same time,
Okay.
because your two drastic temperatures, 1225, 1345. You know, so you would have to have a tacking temperature, which is going to ruin your slumping, because it's going to get it too hot and it's going to continue to sag and pull and stretch and puddle down into your mold. You know, so you're going to lose the shape of it. If you're full fusing, if you're contour fusing, I mean, I've loaded that thing up where I had, you know, a 16-inch round, I had a 4-inch coaster, I had some night lights. You can do all different sizes, you know, and, you know, I use the same program on it.
And you can do 90 on one piece, 96 on another piece, in the same firing, correct?
96 is a softer glass, and you can do lower temperatures on that. Contour fuse, stuff like that, you might not notice it as much, you know, but on a full fuse, that's where you might notice that it got fired a little bit too hot, you know, and it might have flattened out more, or it could be something where it might have already started to push out, you know, that it's flattening it down more so that that volume is pushing it out more.
So it's not recommended to run two different 90 and 96 together.
It's safe to keep 90 together and 96 together.
Safe to only have one type of glass in your house ever.
Yes.
And why is that?
You can't mix them.
Yeah, 90 requires more heat, so it, you know, it takes longer. Yeah, 96 is softer, 90 is harder, so that while if you put 90 and 96 together, the 96 is trying to cool down faster than what the 90 is, and you're going to get thermal shock from it, and it's going to crack on you. And like Jess noticed with the ornament, the snowman, You know, when we first started, I remember, somebody saying that for 3 months it could break. And then they were saying like 6 months and then 9 months, that it's like an elephant. It never forgets, yeah.
I heard people say they'll sit in the other room months later and hear cracking.
Yeah. Yeah. We had a piece upstairs that I had done and was in the back and was doing something and the sun was hitting it just the right way. And I looked and it went up there and I had a tiny little crack and I said, okay, I can't sell it. I'll take it home. And it was about 6 months later on the front porch. I saw this thing. I picked it up and then I looked at the piece and the piece had broke off. So it had taken time, but it can.
So if you're making a gift for someone you really don't like your in-law.
Good luck.
Have
Chris
written
crossed them a couple
messages on
different
the
times.
floor so when it pops off.
Make sure you don't sit too close. You could poke you in the eye.
When it breaks, be like, I knew you didn't like me. You smashed that ornament I gave you.
If it's something that you have something break, look at the edges of the broken piece. Yeah. If it's something, if it's separated and the pieces are smooth and rounded, it means it went through your firing schedule and it went up to the high temp that you had set, so that it came up too fast probably and cracked, causing a thermal shock. If it's something where the edges are sharp, that you could cut yourself on it, probably cracked on the way down. Because it already went through the full fuse of it, and now it still has a sharp edge, and that can't happen if it went to a full fuse. So that means it broke on the way down, which means you probably came down too fast. Okay, so that's, that when you look at something, go, yep, I got impatient, screwed it up, tried to rush it, and I'm paying the price. Okay, so you break it up and you throw it in a casting mold and recycle it. Yeah, or throw it into a pot melt or something like that. And sometimes you'll notice where you'll have, it looks like there's cracks, but you can't feel it. So that means it cracked on the way down as well. That everything is fused, it's all polished, it's all smooth, all of that. But there's like this hairline crack inside with your ornament, that, it cracked. It's possible 6 months, 9 months, it's going to be in pieces.
You can't feel that crack.
No.
Yeah.
No, but that's where you caused a thermal shock again by just having that too wide of an area with the metal on it, so that it held the heat too long in that one spot. That's basically it.